Hello, friends, and welcome to Science Talk. I am your host and resident oceanographer, Jim Massa. I want to discuss with you something I'm sure you've heard about. This is a brief discussion here of basically what happened at Kamchatka, the Kamchatka Peninsula. Basically, a major ecological disaster has taken place there. This disaster has caused the mass death of many organisms. These organisms are washing up on the beaches on the Pacific coast side of the peninsula. And authorities were first notified of the event when surfers began reporting that the once clean and safe waters were causing sore throats, fevers, and vision problems. Okay. And so this one here is from iflscience.com. So on that website, and I have another link to Siberian, a website there. So massive mortality events, something called MMEs, is the name given to an event that see large number of populations die within a narrow time frame. And as hundreds of dead sea organisms continue to wash up on the shores of the Chalaktursky beach, it's becoming all the more apparent that the region is in the middle of a devastating MME. Species affected include deep sea giant Pacific octopi. That's the correct plural. Seals, sea urchins, stars, sea stars. So you've got a bunch of echinoderms in there. Crabs, fish that continue to wash up on the volcanic black sands. Experts from the World Wildlife Fund reporting that the Kamchatka from Kamchatka suspect a highly toxic substance is to blame, spurting through this globally significant marine location. Samples from the affected area being tested by World Wildlife Fund Russia, and you can see that Russia, to investigate the source of the possible water contamination. Toxic pollution of some sort is considered to be the most likely source at the time of writing, as preliminary testing by Russia's Ministry of Natural Resources has already ruled out the possibility of an oil spill being the cause. And they're looking through photos and video evidence for further clues. Such impact apparently cannot be the result of stormwater water pollution with oil products. Alexei Mishnikov, who's the head of business environmental responsibility at WWF Russia. There's a great probability of toxic contamination with a high solubility substance, judging by the fact that benthic species of plants and animals are carried ashore in large quantities. We draw a preliminary conclusion, right? So we need more data, more analyses, that not only the surface layer of water is polluted, as would have been in the case of an oil product spill, but the entire body of water. However, we must first receive the results of the water sample and examination of the Dead Sea animals. Only after that will it be possible to judge the origin and the scale of contamination. So, in the Siberian Times, SiberianTimes.com. Okay. So here is reported by Svetlana Skarbo and Anna Selska. So basically, here's a photo of dead organisms. You got here's an octopus. These are sea urchins, and the spines have all fallen off, which to me is very interesting. This is the bottom side of a sea urchin. That's its ventral surface. That's where its mouth would be, with a structure called the jack-o'-lantern. Seriously, and I'm recording this the day after Halloween. Go figure. But that's where it does is grazing. And it's actually its mouth apparatus, but that's gone. You don't even see it in there. You can see a little bit of it there. This is the top of the sea urchin. That's actually its anus. So when it defecates, the shit literally runs down its side, but it gets washed away. But anyway, so these are dead organisms. So what else can we say here? Now, the black volcanic sand of Kalaktursky Beach is is a favorite spot for folks to go visit, and it's just filled with dead organisms. The waters there. Okay, I already told you how it was making the surface ill. There's a strong toxic smell. The water now has a clear yellow tinge. So some sort of contaminant going on for sure. So they continue to go diving in there to see what the situation below the waves, and try to take photos and videos to document what's going on. So I'm going to go through a series of photos here. Well, these are taken by Vladimir Solodov, who basically he took the pictures and he shows what's some sampling going on at Kalaktursky Beach outside Petropavlovsk, Kamchatka, and yeah, just taking samples and a little field test kit here. And you can see the yellow water in the bucket there. You can see that clearly right there. So checks by the Regional Ministry of Natural Resources showed there was a spike in levels of phenols, 2.5 times, and oil products, 3.6 times. Phenols can result from oil products. So now the question is, okay, we just said they didn't. The one gentleman did not think it was a oil spill. Well, now some of the evidence is indicating that it's so. So if it's affecting all the way down to the benthic organisms and the epibenthic organisms, is there a seepage? That's what I would be thinking. Vladimir Putin's envoy in the Far Eastern District, Federal District, Yuri Trutnev, basically ordered an urgent investigation into what's causing all of this. There's some of the floating the idea that recent military training at Kamchatka is the cause. Another is a leakage of oil products and phenols from ships passing through the Avacha Gulf. Time will tell. You can speculate, but until you get the data, until you get the analysis, until you show cause and correlation, cause and effect, that kind of stuff, wait till the data and the analyses come in. But what I want to do now is show this video. So let me see if I can. All right, let's just show it here. Look at all the dead organisms here. A lot of urchins, a lot of octopi. It's just littered. The beach is littered. That looked like a young octopus. Some crabs. You see some stars. See stars there. There was a fish there. Basically, he was just talking about, how many dead organisms they are, and how terrible it is, and noting the most common that were washing up. So then some satellite photos. Here's a satellite picture shared by Greenpeace Russia. That's to the beginning of 2020. This is about a month or so before this happened. So what we're seeing in this photo are the blues and the greens and so on, what it should look like. These are areas of productivity, probably some phytoplankton productivity, algal productivity. This has now been replaced by yellowish water. And this is a very dramatic photo showing many of the dead organisms. You can see multiple stars, different types of species, more sea urchins. These are all echinoderms, sea stars and sea urchins. I mean, it's incredible, horrifying. So, some other things going on. Doctors registered eye corneal burns. Many people who've been in the water show symptoms such as nausea, vomiting, weakness, high fever, which may indicate phenol poisoning. And what some of the symptoms of eye corneal burns apparently is a white veil in their eyes, dry eyes, eyesight getting worse, a sore throat is also happening. So there you have it. This is an unfolding story. I haven't seen too much reporting lately, so I'm wondering if they're still in the collecting and analysis stage of the investigation. But as soon as I hear something, I will share the findings with you. As if there isn't enough going on with all the climate change stuff and COVID and other environmental issues and deforestation, et cetera, et cetera. Now we've got a devastating situation unfolding, causing basically a catastrophic injury to a very vibrant ecosystem, which is no longer vibrant. So stay posted. Stay tuned. Thank you for your time. Hello, folks. This is Jim here with Science Talk, asking you to please subscribe to my channel and to inform others of my channel and of the work that I do. Please share to social media platforms that you use. Also, as a reminder, don't forget to click the bell so that you know when I load up more videos. Finally, I ask that you support the work that I do by becoming a patron at patreon.com. Details in the description box below. Thank you for your support.